the other day, like, it was like, I can't remember what day it was, but we were just in the kitchen, and, her and I were talking, and, like, I had a clip in my hair, and it was bothering me, so I, like, took it down, and my hair came, and she was like, your hair's so pretty, I want your hair.
Ooh.
Calm down. Okay. So you want this part? Look. This part in a ponytail? Like this. Okay. Buddy, I'm a good girl. I'm trying to understand. Like this. Like this, right? I can't put it in a ponytail without pulling your hair up. So stop and let mommy try and understand. You want it down. You don't want it in a ponytail. Like this.
What?
Hey, Ashley.
Hey, Sam.
We got a podcast.
Let's do this.
Yo, Mixed Family Matters Podcast. We back.
We're here.
We're here. You're here.
I did it this time.
What did you do?
Like my part. Remember?
You do it every time.
But I didn't, because I wanted to change it, and now I was like, I'm just going to go with it, because we're here. No?
Yeah.
You don't? Shows how much you pay attention.
I pay a lot of attention.
Mm-hmm.
I do.
To the whole conversation about me, like, trying to change up my intro a little bit.
Oh, yeah. I remember that. I mean, it was a week ago. I mean, so much stuff happened.
A hot minute.
Within a week.
Yeah. But yeah.
Yeah, we're here.
It's true. Let's roll.
Where are we rolling?
Oh, man.
I think last time what you said, you want to jump in. Where are we jumping into? Now we're rolling. Where we're rolling to?
Well, yeah. I mean,
let's roll.
I think
or
that's...
let's ride.
What?
The Broncos.
Don't.
Let's ride.
I don't know. I think, yeah, I mean, sometimes when we do this, we'll have probably specific things to talk about or certain topics and whatnot. But then I think other times, depending on how life is going.
Mm-hmm.
We roll with that. And for me, I mean, we're always going to kind of circle around parenting and marriage and all that stuff. Hence why we started this in the first place. So, I mean, parenting's hard.
Yeah.
And I am on the struggle, like, this week.
Oh, so?
I think I'm already getting emotional.
I ain't got no tissue for it.
It's okay. I think, you know, you have kids and you try to prepare the best you can and, you know, think you're going to be ready for situations and things that emerge somewhat, and then some things you're just not, or they catch you off guard, or they come out of the blue, or situations you didn't ever foresee, or things that happen, so on and so forth. And I'm finding situations, especially this week, which is really weird, like, it all has happened that stuff I thought we would have to deal with later on in life as they got maybe into, like, their teenage years
Mm-hmm.
and things like that. So one example is Samani is very much into her hair right now and beauty, and is she pretty? Is this pretty? And I think part of that goes along with being 3 and princesses and fairies and unicorns.
Yeah, she loves to dress up.
Yeah.
She loves putting on princess dresses,
Right.
Costumes, and stuff like that. Yeah.
Yeah. And I think that's kind of what I, like, have chalked it up to. But then the other day, like, it was like, I can't remember what day it was, but we were just in the kitchen and, her and I were talking, and, like, I had a clip in my hair and it was bothering me, so I, like, took it down and my hair came. And she was like, "Your hair's so pretty. I want your hair."
Ooh.
Yeah. And I was just like, "What?" And she's like, "I don't like my hair."
Why does that make you so emotional? I mean, we understand. I mean, she's 3 years old and she's got curly, beautiful hair.
Beautiful hair. I think it makes me emotional because it was very, like, I think it caught me off guard. It catches me off guard. Like, it was the "I don't like my hair" comment. And then she was like, I don't like my hair like this. And I want my hair like yours, Mommy.
Mm-hmm.
And I think I just didn't, I was like, "No, your hair is beautiful. It's, it's so pretty. The curls. Mommy doesn't have curls like that."
Mm-hmm.
But to see her already noticing
Mm-hmm.
the differences,
Mm-hmm.
in our ethnicities is, like I said, I knew it would be something that we would deal with at some point, and it will be to probably a different extent as she gets older.
Mm-hmm.
But
just the fact that it happened, like, out of nowhere, you weren't expecting
out of nowhere,
it kind of caught you off guard.
Yeah.
And we tried to push upon them, looking at your hair as a crown type of deal. You know, it's beautiful. You're a beautiful person, that type of stuff.
Yeah.
But just the fact that she came out and said she wants hair like you, it kind of caught you off guard.
Yeah.
She's noticing the difference. I mean, our kids are very observant.
Yeah.
And they notice a lot of things going on. But I also think that it's starting to happen earlier.
Yeah.
Mainly because of what they're exposed to. I mean, back in the day, we weren't really exposed to, this type of, television and, people, at daycare and stuff like that. Mm-hmm. I feel like kids nowadays are exposed to a lot more things at a lot younger age than we were growing up.
Yeah.
And I think that might have an effect on her.
Yeah. No, totally.
Mm-hmm.
And I think, yeah, I wouldn't say I didn't necessarily, like, it wasn't that I didn't not know how to handle it, if that makes sense.
Mm-hmm. It just caught you off guard.
Yeah, and to see that she's 3, and she notices that, and so it's like, I think also just in the reality aspect is, if we're noticing this at 3, we live in a predominantly white area, as much as we try to put them in diverse situations and whatnot.
I mean, at the daycare, there's a good amount of mixed.
Yeah, no, exactly, and I think it's just
kids there.
Yeah, it's just mentally, I was like, okay, so if we're noticing, this at 3, which is good,
right?
I think the mom fear of, like, making sure she knows she's beautiful at 3, and carrying that on, but then I think it also hits me to the extent of, she's noticing that our colors are different.
Right.
And
like you said, I feel like it's a good thing that they're starting to notice this stuff, because you want them to notice that they're different.
Yeah, 100%.
The world's going to see them as different, so, I think that the earlier that they're exposed to this stuff, and that it comes down to me and you guiding them and showing them, Right,
but I think that's also, like, where I'm, like, it's hard in some extent, because there are some things that I'm not ever going to be able to relate to.
What do you mean?
Because I'm white.
I want to be able to relate to...
like, certain situations, or maybe understanding certain things about... we go through that, you and I. And I've always known, and that will be something, having mixed children, that, like, will play a factor, and I know I'll be able to navigate it, and I don't necessarily have fear of that. It's just, just having, like, swallowing that fact that there are some things that, I won't even say it's pride, but, like, I cannot relate to, because I am white, and I am not biracial or black, and so, or of any other, and so, being prepared to, hey, let's ask Nini, or let's ask Titi how to do that.
Right,
it's like, as a mom, you want to be able to provide all the
ants.
Yeah, and as a mom, though, you want to be able to provide all the answers and have that, but, like, I'm also perfectly fine putting aside any type of, I wouldn't even say it's pride, but, like, ownership of the fact that that's just how it's gonna be.
Right.
And so,
we knew that going into this union, going into, having kids. We knew that this stuff will happen. And I feel like we have a nice foundation within the discussion of raising mixed kids or black kids. In this world, we have a good foundation, a good base that we could either reach out to others that can give us some advice, or we can, steer them as much as we can in the right direction that we feel is the right direction.
Right.
And I feel like we are 2 level-headed people where we have the ability to do that.
Yeah. No, I agree. I think it's just...
whether you have the experience in it or you don't. There's so many people out here working jobs that ain't got nearly the amount of experiences, and now they're out there making millions of dollars. So, sometimes you fake it till you make it. But
right. No, it's true. And, it's just, I want to make sure that, they're understanding, and I'm not missing anything, or, I don't know, it's kind of hard to say. But yeah, I think more than anything, it just was very interesting to me. And that so little.
Mm-hmm. And she could barely put together a sentence.
Yeah, but she already sees the difference.
Like I said, they're very observant kids. I mean, Roman may talk nonstop, a million miles an hour, but he knows a lot of little things that goes on. And he's 5.
Another one.
He's who he is.
He is, and he's, like you said, he talks a lot, and I think it's just interesting, like this past like week or so, that like these couple instances like happened back to back, to where like he even had said to me a few times, like, I want to cut my hair off. And
because he want to look like me.
And that's what I thought. That's what it was like. Okay, you want to be like Dad, like Dad's got no hair. You want to be like Dad, and so I was like, but you got so much hair and such pretty hair, like he doesn't have hair. So like, and I thought that's what it was. But then he said, the kids, and I take what he says with a grain of salt, because
of course you have to.
A precious little liar sometimes.
A precious little liar.
So, but he said that the kids laugh at his hair.
He laugh at it.
They put stuff in it. And so...
Wait, what?
Yeah. And so... And he said, and I asked him, I was like, where, what? And it just...
Do you actually think they actually... I mean, I'm not... Of course, we know our son. He's very dramatic
and
type of person. And that's what I'm
saying. Like, I take it with a grain of salt, but there have been times where I've literally, like, pulled stuff out of his hair. Like, wood chips. Or, like, and so I kind of chalked it up to, like, oh, he was playing outside.
Right, they wrestle and stuff like that.
Yeah, but to hear him say it was like, okay, that can't just completely come out of nowhere.
Right.
Like, there's gotta be some truth to it in some way, shape, or form. Who knows? He could have been putting stuff in other people's hair, like the white kids or whatever.
True.
Like, so I don't think it necessarily ties to that, but it could, and it just went hand in hand with the stuff that Samani had said, and I was just like, okay.
Yeah.
So...
I mean, we're not going to go out and cut his hair or anything like that just for that.
Not for that reason, no.
Not at all. I mean, we'll definitely put braids in it or something like that before we decide to do that.
Right.
And if we do that, it's going to be our own choosing, our own choice.
No, exactly. It's just...
I'll go up there and punt a kid real quick.
No, and that's what and that's what we've told them. And, people may agree, may not agree, but it's like you ask them not to do that. You tell them not to do that. You inform the teacher or inform whoever, and then if they do it again, then...
Daddy coming up there.
Yeah, you let them know, and then we'll talk about it later. Like, real talk, because it's just like, there's just... I remember growing up that my dad was always like, if someone spits on you, like, that's the most, in his thought process, mine too, like, that's one of the most disrespectful things someone can do. So, you do what you gotta do, and we'll handle,
right.
We'll go over it at home. And that's kind of where it is, because it's just like, you gotta, stand up for you and own the fact that, especially, like I said, in the area that we live in the...
And it's also something new that me and you are going to also have to learn is when they do go to school, like, we can't always be there for them to protect them and save them. Yeah. You know what I mean? So that's knowing that we have to control ourselves, but still, teach them as best as we can how to protect themselves in certain situations like that. I mean, I understand he's 5 years old, but he's also going on a shuttle bus, from daycare to school, being picked up there and doing that stuff. I mean, he's 5 years old and he's rocking it like a rock star. Right.
And he's the timid one. Like, I don't worry about Samani. Samani's gonna let somebody know the minute she's the one that we're gonna have to give in the principal's office. Like,
oh yeah.
I'm not worried about her.
Oh yeah.
You know, but then that also plays into like that's my baby boy. So like, you know, but I think having, like we said, the support system that we do, to where like I have a friend that was like, okay, what, you know, she has a mixed baby and a little bit older, and I was like, what would you do?
Mm-hmm.
And you know, her thought process is the same as mine. So like people to bounce those ideas off of, and
definitely,
I think is really helpful. But it's just like, shit,
life coming at you quick.
Like we're doing this now.
Yeah,
I
just
was
wait,
just trying to get like into school, like. And we haven't even made it into kindergarten yet. We're already facing these things. So. And
I mean, what Roman goes to that's all white there where he goes to school at, ain't it? Because he goes to daycare and school at two different places.
And school is pretty predominantly white.
Mm-hmm.
And then daycare is pretty well diverse.
Mm-hmm.
Which is why we like it.
But then they go to dance as well. That is
very. I don't think there's any white kids in his day. Like truthfully, and that's why we chose that location, and that's why I drive. 30 to 40 minutes
north
one day. Like, yeah. Is to create that for them in the place that we're living and the choices that we have made. So it's just interesting to navigate, that portion, which I knew would be a thing, but then on top of parenting in general, which we were talking about earlier, is Roman is very difficult, oftentimes for me. And it's like, I don't know, not so much for you. You don't run into the same.
Because I rule with a iron fist. You better do what I tell you to do. I don't hit my kids. I do not abuse them.
Shut up. No, we do not.
I just give them that daddy look. That everybody had that daddy look.
That's what it is.
Yeah, that look that your father would give you, and then you just stop immediately.
Right, that's what it is.
Here it goes. You ready? You ready?
I can't.
That's my daddy look.
That's
you want to see it? I'm going to do it. You ready?
That's what it is. I cut.
See the eyebrows?
I laugh, but
see the eyebrows?
It's the shit out of them.
Yeah, it work every time.
I don't know. It's just like. That was funny because I saw this, like, I don't know if it was a meme or a TikTok or something. It was like, she, as in the mom, like, gets mad that you're not helping when it comes to discipline or whatnot. But then when you do, it's like, hold on, that's my baby. You need to, like, calm down. And it's so true. It's so true.
I've seen one of those too, but from the father's perspective, it was like, woman, mom, would you tell me what you want me to do?
One?
When you're yelling at them, do you just want me to like have your back, or do you just want me to step in the back, or you want me just to run through the jump drawer, act like I'm busy doing something? Win. Like, what do you want me to do when you're yelling at them?
And it's so. Oh,
I just go in another room and just walk out and let you handle it.
Well, yeah, and I mean, and we kind of talked like, okay, that was the way to do it, but now I'm to the point where with him is I'm just like so exhausted at the fact that it doesn't work, and it's not like I give in to him or
you're his mom.
Yeah, or like I don't follow through on the things that I say I'm not gonna do or gonna do. But like it doesn't matter. We could have a great day, and then the minute I say no to something, shit falls apart. Like
I just chalk it up to him being a kid. I mean, that's just what kids do. If you tell a kid no, they can't have a lollipop, they're gonna throw a fit.
But he would do more for me than he would for you. Like, it would be an
again, because I rule with an iron fist. I do not hit my kids.
The fit would stop. The fit would be like 8 for me and like a 3 for you. And it's just, and so then when it comes to like the disciplining part and whatnot, it's not necessarily, I mean, to some extent, but now I'm so tired of the fact that he does this, that it's not like I don't like the way that, like, you talk to him. I don't like anything like that. It's just more so I feel bad that I can't do it, and you have to be the bad guy.
Right, so then that's when you...
So then I feel guilty.
Talk under your breath towards me when I'm yelling at them or something like that. Then we get mad at each other. And because me and you against each other instead of being a team together and, you know, attacking it together.
And so I've really tried, to work on that, or where, like you said, I just walk away and let you handle it. But it's, for me, it's more so almost the fact that I don't want you to have to be the bad guy all the time. I should be able to handle that and
what you
discipline
can,
too,
you
but
do it.
Don't.
It just hit different.
It do. Uh-huh. Yeah. And it's just... Because
he knows no matter what he does, you will always look at him as just your baby boy.
Yeah.
Like, and he knows that.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I look at him as my baby boy.
Right.
But I also see him as a 16, 17-year-old at the same time.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Right.
So where moms, they look at them, they just see the baby that they held.
Yeah, and they're going to be a baby.
They're going to always be a baby. I look at him like he's a grown man because I'm preparing him to be a grown man.
Yeah. Whereas I'm like, in the scheme of life, 90 years, 5 is still a baby. He's still a baby.
I just can't wait till he gets 18 so I can kick him out of my house. I want my house back, damn it.
It's just wild. And like
it's the life of being a parent.
Yeah. Oh, Lord. Pray. It's Samani and Cannon. It's gonna be rough. But in a completely different way.
Yeah.
Like, I remember, so I was cleaning marker in Samani's mascara from, the little makeup kit I got that I thought was fake makeup, but it's, fake real makeup. And she took the mascara and did it all over her door.
Good and well when y'all bought her that.
And so I was literally cleaning it up. And I was like, I would much rather be cleaning a door and a wall than arguing with Roman.
Wait, what?
I remember I would much rather have a kid that's just destroys shit and I can clean it or wipe it up than just the emotional exhaustion from arguing with Roman's emotional side.
What you gotta ask some questions in order to stop them from arguing with you?
Who? What?
You gotta ask them questions in order to stop them from arguing with you. When you tell them, hey, you need to do this, you need to do that. Well, wouldn't it be a better idea if you did it this way?
No. He'll say no. Because he knows everything.
He knows everything.
I love him so much, but he knows everything. But no, and I've read some books, and I've read that, and it's just try to lay out the plan, and all kids are different, so try to explain to him how the day is gonna go, and here's what the choices are that you can make, and which side are we gonna choose, and that's great, and it works part of the time, but it's also, I'll be honest with you, it's a lot of work.
Yeah.
It's a lot of work to constantly be thinking 5 steps ahead, which I already try to do, but then to, you can't just be go sit down and eat your food.
Right.
With some money you kind of can.
Every 2 minutes.
With some money you kind of can, but with him, it's okay, you need to start when you pick him up from daycare. Okay, when we get home, we're gonna go. I need you to put your backpack away, and then we're gonna get dinner, and then we're gonna sit while we eat dinner the whole time, and then if you sit while you eat dinner, because I know you can do it, then...
I know you got it in you.
Got it, yeah. It's
but he's also like you in that way where he can't sit still.
That's true.
There's always something going on in his mind.
Always.
So he has to go do it.
Very much me.
Yes.
Yeah.
He is very much you.
He's very much you too. Like, he's a solid, but no, he's taken on a lot of OCD or like.
I mean, even when it comes to Samani and Cannon, he always wants to chime in and help.
He's the third parent.
Which is always like the first child, right?
And then
they said when you talk to your mom and you tell her, "I'm sorry for everything I did when I was a kid."
Real talk.
If I was anything like Roman.
I mean, yeah, we just had this conversation the other day because I was like, he's just following me from room to room, like just talking. And she was like, and my mom just like fell, like just lost it because she was like, "You were 4, and I had to say, Ashley, Mommy's ears hurt.
So stop talking.
Can you please stop talking? Like, just Mommy just needs a break. Just Mommy's ears hurt because you would follow me from room to room." And I was like, oh, like, God gave it back to me.
Yeah, karma, man.
Oh.
That's that karma.
But it's just, I mean, yeah. All in all, it's just like parenting is.
It's an adventure, man. Is what it is. You have your good moments, you have your bad moments, you have your sad moments, you have your happy moments.
Yeah.
I mean, that's parenting, that's life, that's experiencing new things. Like,
yeah.
I mean, if it was the same thing every day,
right.
I mean, what are you doing then? Like, you're not moving forward or anything, you're not progressing.
Yeah.
So us experiencing new things and learning, you know, that's what we're doing.
Right. No. And it's just, yeah. I mean, it's just constant.
Yeah.
And I think if we accept that, or we realize that, I always tie it back to one of my favorite, I guess, videos or like, I don't even know if you want to call it a quote, but like Sarah Jakes Roberts.
Mm-hmm.
Because I oftentimes feel like I just want to feel like I got it. Like, I've got this all under control. Like, I know what I'm doing now. I feel like I've got this. And she was like, you know, in the video, same thing. I just want to feel like I got this. And I was like, well, you got this, and you don't need me.
Right.
And I was like, oh.
Right.
Got it.
Yeah.
And it's true. Like, if I got it under control, then, like, what do I need God for? What do I need you for? Like, whatever. So it's just, like, doing it together and constantly just accepting the fact that you're never going to fully get it.
Get it.
And, you know, as much as you know that, it still is always, it seems to be like a reality check. Like,
right.
Nope, still don't.
Yeah, you still don't.
You still don't. There's always going to be something that surprises you. But
yep. I mean, like you said, that's why we're here on this planet experiencing life.
Yeah. Yeah. And hoping that, you know,
hoping
we're not the only ones.
We're not the only ones.
I don't think so, but
there's like over 1 billion people on this planet.
Sometimes I swear it feels like it. Sometimes, you know, you get in your head and you look out and you're like, okay, it looks like they all got it together. But
no, they're the ones living paycheck to paycheck in a mansion.
Know. You never know. You know,
driving a Toyota.
Real talk. You just never know. So it's, yeah, but, all is well. All is good.
Yeah, as long as everybody's healthy and good spirits, I mean, that's all that you can ask for at the end of the day.
Yeah.
I mean, we're sitting pretty in my eyes.
Blessed.
Very blessed. Very blessed.
So, I'll take it. I'll take the hard times and the catch me off guard conversations with my 3-year-old. But
yeah, I love it though.
I appreciate it. Learn from it. We'll keep moving.
Keep it moving.
That's what we got.
That's what we got. Till next time. Thank you guys for joining us.
Just having conversations. Real life topics. Learning, living, all these mixed family matters.